Hello, people of the internet. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. It was never actually going to be a YouTube channel. However, the first video has gone slightly better than I possibly thought it might. So I'm going to continue it. It's going to be sort of a documentation series thing of me and my little bodybuilding journey. So the last video was 3 weeks ago, which was 2 weeks before the PCA Universe. I'm now 1 week post-Universe. I've got training today, upper with Coach Tom. So we're going to have a little play, possibly do some different movements. We haven't quite decided yet, see what sort of suits. Because of where we are in the season, there's not going to be any ripping up trees today. It's basically a movement session, see what we've got. You think you'll have a look over me so we can sort of assess the plan, because I'm 1 week out from Two Bros Cardiff. So we can sort of formulate a plan for the next week or so. See where we're at, sort of talk through plans of how the rest of the season's going to go. So we'll do that. And then once we've sorted that out, I am then going to do sort of a wrap up of the PCA Universe, because quite a lot happened actually. Considering it was only 2 days, quite a lot happened in terms of sort of our information and what brings the best out in my physique. So Tom behind the camera is going to do some wizardry editing thing, and we'll put some pictures up and sort of explain the differences and what we did to achieve two what I think were quite different looks and a much improved look on the Sunday. So without further ado, on to upper training.
Do you want to know something interesting actually? So there's a study a while ago, I think pretty while ago, that showed that muscle growth still occurs anywhere from something like 5 reps to 50 reps. Yeah. So it doesn't matter if you're doing a 50 rep set, it still will build muscle tissue. However, I do think that obviously the poundages that you're lifting at 50 rep sets are obviously pretty fucking shit. Yeah. So I do think that obviously there is probably a big benefit just going closer towards sort of that 12, 15 range sort of thing as well.
I'm going to make him feel really bad. Some people just like to be sort of like push 100%. Push more. Yeah. If they're not pushing, they think.
But my legs are sick now, so like it's working.
They think more is more and more is better, and actually sometimes less is. It's quite an old school mentality. Yep.
Good job.
So Tom might disagree with me on this one, but I actually think a lot of exercises that replicate a pose are actually really quite good. So this is almost like a most muscular, and actually it's getting used to that movement and going, okay, I'm flexing exactly the same muscles. So when we go into like a lat pull down, it's almost thinking, right, what am I doing in a rear double bicep to activate those lats?
It's got place.
Reckon Tom, chatting shit or not?
No, I think it's not chatting shit at all. I think it's got a place.
5 out of 10 chat shit. Some good, some bad. It's one of those bro things, I think. Can you prove it? No. Does it have some place? Possibly yes. I was actually going to say to you after Universe, can we try carving up for Cardiff just to see what happens?
For what?
For Cardiff, after the Universe, I was going to say, because we were coming in flat-ish, I was going to say, oh, can we just try carbing and coming in full for Cardiff? And then actually it turns out that coming in full was better. So we've done it anyway.
I think what we do is, after this show,
Yeah.
you go kind of have your meal off on the evening, go straight back to baseline, and we don't load you in that week, and then we load you for 2 days before Alicante. So for Alicante, I think the best way for us to go about it, which we've already realised, is I think you are so much better when the food's grouped towards, but you have to use enough diuretic to put it off. So it's a case of like you need to be somewhat fresh in the week and then load heavily and then dry off. And I think all that we did was we freshened you a little bit more than did the first day of the universe, and it wasn't enough. I think we need to freshen you and then load you like a bastard for it.
Yeah. So chest done. Now onto back.
Bit of arms afterwards.
Bit of arms.
And then that's it.
Yeah, and then posing at the end.
Get our penises out.
So Tom can assess the damage from the last week.
How long have you been coaching for then, Tom?
I've been coaching since 2016.
But I didn't go full time with it as a job. I didn't go full time with coaching until 2018. So I was still working in security at the time. So I worked as like the head bouncer at like a nightclub, and then I did security at like a government building for a bit as well. And then after that, it kind of just took over to the point where I could quit the job. Which was nice because I was running to the toilet to go do check-ins 3 days a week, 4 days a week when I was at work, and like prepping people for shows, and I'd be like, oh hey man, sorry, I just got a really bad stomach, I need to go to the loo. And it's like, oh okay. And I'd be there for 20 minutes like just checking in people, and I'd come back, nothing would have happened because there's just no security need there. But I'd just be, you know, and then at like one point I remember I made about it would have been about made about probably 1,800 quid in a month from coaching. I was charging probably like 100 quid at the time, so I had like 18 clients, right? And I was like, I can probably leave security and just like bundle by, like I'm okay with that. So I did that, and then obviously once you do that and you put all your time and effort into it, that's when it kind of
spiraled.
So being able to actually live on it properly. So yeah,
Play to see sort of anatomically how it fits. Not every machine is going to suit everybody. Fuck around, find out. Look at the size of it. Like I said last time, find freaks, train with them. If you could disassociate your athlete mind to your coaching mind, you'd be like, I think you were happy with what I put there.
Yeah, second day I was.
Yeah. So like, I've got no complaints. Like somebody else's opinion of me does not change my opinion of me. So I was really happy. If it's your career and you make serious money from it, then yeah, placings matter.
Listen to what they say
Yeah.
and adjust things based on what they want.
But if you are 95% of bodybuilders, your prime focus, I think, should be put on stage what you want to put on stage and see where it lands. And you know, if the judges don't like it, they don't like it. If they do, they do.
Absolutely.
Fine. But you've got to be content with what you put on stage. A, because it's you, and B, you live in that body 365 days a year. Well, I've said this to a lot of people. There's not a physique on that stage I'd swap with to go, I'd want to put that on stage with me.
Yeah, no.
So for me, that's what I want.
Yeah.
You know, I understand why I place where I placed, and I understand why so-and-so won or whatever, but I wouldn't swap me for them, so I'm happy. Do you know what, genuinely, and this isn't because she trains here, Sanctum Gym, or she's your client, Caitlin looked phenomenal. Good feedback. Tom's happy. I'm happy. So we get food tomorrow, that's the plan. We'll see what the plan is Monday, but hopefully we get a bit more food. That'd be nice. But at this point it's just take whatever we're given, roll into it, all the days blur into one. But happy. Yes, let's check out Tom. I think he's going to go into recovery. And then once Tom goes, I'm going to do a sort of recap of the weekend. We'll put some pictures so I can talk about it because we did have a big difference between Saturday and Sunday. About 3-4 weeks ago, it was I'm doing this show and that's me done. And now you're already talking about a year and a half time tutors. It's on camera. Session done. Good session. Slightly different session to what I'd normally do, which is possibly beneficial for your viewing purposes. You don't need to see the same session again. But good session all the same, got some good work done. Posing with Tom, he seems happy. So if he's happy, I'm happy. PCA Universe at the weekend. So on the Saturday, the qualifier came 3rd. The actual Universe on the Sunday came 5th. So they shipped in a couple of ringers. One from Holland who won the show and another lad from Ireland who came 2nd. So they weren't in the qualifier on the Saturday. What we found on the Saturday is that I was a bit flat. Not really much pop or fullness to the muscle. So plan of action was, got off stage, I had about 6.5 hours, got home, had 3 meals of 200 grams of carb each, plus a Five Guys burger and fries and a pudding. for the fullness. Now what that will do, A, fills the muscle with glycogen, promotes a bit of water into the muscle, so makes you look a bit leaner as well. So I look bigger, look leaner. So on the Sunday I was 5 pounds up. So what you can actually see from the Saturday on the left to the Sunday on the right is again fuller, bigger. I look leaner. We also added a bit more tan, so I was darker, a bit more glazed, so I'm a bit more shinier. So what I think, or what I personally view, is a much better look. So using that moving forwards, we will take that information. We're going to load harder for the show on Cardiff in a week's time. See what difference that makes if we load harder, and then for the final show we'll know, can we go even harder or is that too much? So it's all about that information, gathering that data to try and get the best look as we move through the season. That is it from me. I'm about to have my post-workout. It's Cocoa Pops, a small portion of Cocoa Pops. I'm on a low day today, so it's the only carbs I'm getting all day. So very much looking forward to it. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed the first one as well. I hope you continue to enjoy the videos. We've got a few more scheduled in. So if you do, like, comment, subscribe, the usual stuff. But thank you very much for watching and have a great day.